Hip Hop and R&B is 135 The Beat, Papa Keith live, and I'm here with a very beautiful and amazing special guest, someone I've known and respected over the years, and glad that she came in to chop it up with me about all the amazing stuff that she's got going on. Please introduce yourself.
It's your girl, MELKY JEAN.
Hey!
What's up, Papa?
Hey, good. How's everything?
I am so happy to be here with you.
Well, I'm so happy that you were able to make it. You know, the love is always from afar, but it's always there.
You always know.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And your regards to your husband for me as well. So listen, Queen,
Yes.
Let's get right into it.
Let's get into it.
All right? Please let everybody know why you were here, what you got going on.
I mean, I got a lot of things going on,
do.
but the most important thing that I have going on for Haitian Heritage Month is I officially launched my own Haitian-American rum.
Yes.
And it's called SAUVEUR 1972 Haitian-American Rum.
All right, so please explain to everyone what that means, the importance of the name of the rum, and, of course, the year you mentioned.
So the funniest thing is that I usually ask people, have they ever heard of the Mayflower? And most people know that the Mayflower is a ship. But when I ask people, even in South Florida, have you ever heard of the Saint Sauveur? Most people don't know what the Saint Sauveur is. The Saint Sauveur is actually the first documented Haitian refugee ship to land on the shores of Pompano Beach, Florida in 1972.
Wow.
And those Haitians that landed on that shore, when they first came here, there wasn't the little Haiti that we know and loved. And so they were amongst the first people to be able to build the Haitian community out here in South Florida and eventually America, period.
You know, it's so funny. Yesterday I was on the radio and I'm shouting out, of course, Haitian Flag Day and certain things. And I had to take a moment just to allow, my Haitian people to feel proud.
Right.
Here's the thing, right, with Haitian people that I just love. Not to mention, the first black independent, nation, Haiti. Not to mention all the resilience, continued resilience going on right now. But also like the most prideful, people. I said, boy, it don't even have to be Haitian Flag Day. Them flags is flying in them cars more than any other culture, outside of America that I've ever seen. Can you speak to, as a Haitian, can you speak to that for us?
Absolutely. The Haitian pride for us is bigger than just 1804. We wake up, we dream about it, we live about it. Because not for nothing, we've always been kind of like a persecuted group. When we were out here, I remember being, growing up in Brooklyn and in New Jersey and being Haitian and getting beat up because I was Haitian.
Yeah.
We always had to fight for being proud of who we were. And even in the fight, we would never deny who we are. So now we will always raise our flags. When we see someone else as Haitian, we like sac passe. We have so many honorary Haitians for that very reasons. When other nations look at us and they go, wow, they're so proud of who they are with everything that they've been through. Till this day, all of the things that we're going through as a community, we still stand strong. We still stand proud. Haitian pride, baby.
That's what's up. Well, thank you for speaking to it. And I must add this. I remember also growing up in Brooklyn defending some of those Haitian kids that I went to school with because they didn't have the latest sneakers and, didn't have a fresh haircut all the time, and not understanding that maybe a lot of the Haitian parents didn't put value in it. They put value in education.
Right.
So they were the smartest kids,
right.
But they weren't the best dressed,
my
at that time.
parents would say, I send you to school to learn, not to make friends.
Right. Exactly. So, as a kid, you don't understand that.
Yeah.
But I always had a heart for what I would consider the weak or the underserved, right? Which I still do to this day. So I always found myself standing in the paint. And I remember something that I have to share with you because it's going to tie right in. Because I didn't want to start the interview this way. And you'll see where I'm going with this. I remember when I was growing up, Haitians used to say they were Jamaican just in order to be able to get some kind of pass. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or just leave me alone. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't want no smoke. I just want to
not trying to fight today.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Literally used to say that. I remember that. And I remember it was a Grammy Awards.
Let's go.
Okay? And a gentleman that's related to you walked out on that stage at the Grammys with the Haitian flag on his back. Yep. And everything changed after that. To this day, I give him a lot of credit, or the credit, for the shift in the pride.
Right.
Can you now tell everybody what's up?
The gentleman you speak of is my big brother, the one and only MELKY JEAN.
Yes.
And a little fun fact, I was actually his date that night.
Wow, you were there to witness that?
I was there to witness that.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
And I was there to witness that. In that moment, I remember sitting in that audience when they got up. And I just remember just having chills when that happened. Because the sentiment at that time, there was a movie that had came out, and it was something where they were saying Haitians had did this and Haitians had bought AIDS and all this kind of crazy stuff that was going on. All these really nasty, bad rumors, these things that just wasn't true. And I remember how much it weighed on him. And when he did that at that moment, I want you to understand, not only was that a moment for us as a family, but that was a moment for us as a nation. Until this day, when I'm watching all these younger like hip hop artists who are Haitian, who are rocking their flags, I can go into a place anywhere that I go and they know that I'm Wyclef's sister. So many people, young and old, come and say, the day your brother put that flag on his back, he put us on his back.
Yes.
And with all of the things that my brother has accomplished, Grammys, I mean, he's a legendary artist. I would be remiss to not say, for me and for so many of us, that was the most important moment in our lives.
1,000%. I co-sign that, and I wish he would have been able to get president as well. But listen, it's all good, right?
Well, I'm happy he's not in politics. Because
for the
politics,
outcome of what happened, yes.
Yeah, you know.
But the spirit and wanting to do more for the
Our
nation,
people. Absolutely.
I'm sure is what led him. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So I salute him for that, for that attempt. So let's talk a little bit more about the rum. Like, we got to have a tasting of sorts at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So how did what made you dive into this? Because, I mean, the liquor brands usually when it comes to artists or, famous people, it could be hit or miss.
Yes, it
right?
can.
It can. So what made you want to dive into this?
So literally, for the past 20 years, when I wasn't on the road with Clef or with Melky Sadek, I was throwing the hottest parties in New York City. I've been known as that event girl. Everybody knows when Melky has a party, it's always a vibe.
Correct.
Also, the brands knew that, so they would come to me to promote their brands. So I've promoted some of the brands that you guys all love, and I'm making these folks a whole lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the light went off in my head. I'm doing this for all these other people. Why don't I do this for us? And then I kind of had to dig deep, and I've been working on this for 10 years, and it was like the past 3 years that it really came to me. See, my grandmother used to make claret, which is the equivalent of moonshine.
Yes.
To this day, Papa, if you go to my house, my mother, you're not leaving my house without buying a bottle of Haitian cremas for my 82-year-old mother.
That's what's
up. And so
up.
I like to say that the spirits was always something that ran in my blood as a woman, and was also a way for the women to become independent. Because when my mom was married to my father and they had 5 kids, my mother would go and get a job. My dad would show up at her job and get her fired. He said her job was to take care of these kids.
Wow.
And that's when my mom was like, what? Okay, I'm going to make cremas. I can make cremas and I can sell it. And I can
still
get the
take
things
care.
that I love.
Yeah.
And I could take care of me, and be independent in my own way while still serving my husband, while still serving my children.
Wow.
And so
that's
that's been in my blood. So my company is a woman-owned company. I feel like I have a responsibility because I feel like the girls right now, they're always looking at Instagram and on social media, and they think that they need to be this kind of way. And I'm like, you know what? I want to leave a different legacy for my goddaughters and my daughters. I want them to be able to feel like they could be a CEO and founder of their own company. I want them to feel like they can have their own. They don't have to wait for somebody to give them something.
So you lead by example.
I lead by example. First, you got to believe in yourself, and then you got to go out there and do it.
That's what's up. Wow, this is such an amazing story. Not to shift, you got my brother in the building here, the one and only DJ Stax. We'll circle back on the brand, of course, but I see my brother Stax is here. Please explain why my brother. I mean, he'll come and check me. He'll come and check me on his own, regardless. He taps in with me, and I love that about you, Stax. I'm in a space where, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be doing this radio thing, so I'm making sure I give people their roses while they could, and then publicly.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying, where it lives forever. And Stax, you're a very special dude, brother.
Appreciate you.
In the sense that, like, anything that's thrown at you, you take it and you still search for more. You dig deep. I'm sure that's coming from a lot of your Haitian heritage. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But one of the things I like is that, you always take time to tap in, you show respect, and you keep in touch. And that should be an example for a lot of the younger people of how you build and maintain relationships and create your network. So I just want to salute you on that, brother, and all your accomplishments that you have done, which are a lot, and that's a whole nother interview on your own. But please explain the connection now with my brother Stacks.
Well, we have a saying in Creole that says "L'union fait la force." We always believe that when we're together, we're stronger. And so we have, Haitian Heritage Month, and we have Miami Takeover Weekend, which is Stack's weekend, where he does the most amazing events out here. So Saint Sauveur 1972 is the official rum sponsor for Stack's event.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So Stacks, give a rundown of all the different events that you got coming up for the weekend, so everybody can know what's happening.
All right, real quick. From the 14th to the 20th. On a Wednesday, we have I Love R&B Wednesdays. Thursday, we have Welcome to Miami. Friday, the all-white boat ride. Friday night, the all-white boat ride after party. Saturday, brunch and bikinis pool party. I'm also performing at the Vibes Cartel show at Amarant Bank Arena. After that, Compa Rehab. Sunday, the big beach party. Monday, Flags and Foam.
Wow, that's a lot. But listen, I can't even act like I'm impressed, because as a Trini, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We fed.
Party, day fed, night fed, overnight fed. So I'm not even impressed, but wow. I'll just say wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a lot. So how does it feel now to I'm sure you're promoted too as well, and you've done a bunch of events, and in similar fashion, you've probably done events where another name brand.
Right.
How does it feel now to have a brand that you could really connect with that speaks your language, so to speak?
It feels amazing. I mean, first things first. I mean, Melky's family, the whole Jean family is family.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Everybody. So
because you go on the road with Wyclef as well.
Yeah, every so often, we link up, we do what we do, but it's just a family connection. So for it to be, we have the family connection already, and then now for her to have stepped into this realm, and Haitian rum is almost like, you see all types of other rums, and everything else is popular, and I feel like nothing against anything else that's there, but it's a new generation, it's a new vibe, it's a new energy, and it's a new story, and I feel like this story will actually help other stories and older stories. So either way, it's a vibe, it's family, it's Haitian. It's us, man. So, it makes sense.
That's what's up. Well, all the best on the weekend. I'm going to pop into a few of the events for sure. Can you pass me the bottle, actually, Melky, so that way I can get up close and personal with it? So what this looks like to me is the ship, right, that you were talking about. That's not the Mayflower. Tell me the name of the ship again.
Saint Sauveur.
Saint Sauveur. This is the ship right here. So I love that.
Thank you.
The design of this is really, really beautiful. And then you have some messaging here,
Absolutely.
explaining, telling the story, in a summary. Gluten-free, kosher.
I have a 2-year and I have a 4-year.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
So
you've been working on it for 10 years, so I get it.
So the one you're holding right there, that's the Rolls Royce. That's the 4-year. It's a bit more robust. All of the gentlemen love it,
Gotcha.
And the 2-year, I like to say, is for the ladies. However, the guys love it. I created a rum for the first time that you could actually do as a shot. You could sip it. You can use it in a cocktail.
Nice.
Whatever your palate prefers.
So is this the one I get to keep?
That's the one you get to keep.
Well, I appreciate it so much. So explain the process now, because obviously this is out. And between me and K Fox, I mean, we're going to get the word out consistently about it. But is it available for purchase?
Absolutely. It's available for purchase right now at SaintSauveur1972.com. And in a couple of weeks, it's going to roll out in all of your favorite liquor stores in your community. And guess what? I'm going to be out there. I think one of the things that's going to make this different is that this isn't a situation where you have an artist that has a white label. I literally created this juice myself. I literally sat there with my master distillers and I came up with the juice. It's something that I'm very proud of. Stacks knows because he's seen the growth that I've went through over the years to get it to where we are today. And so when I'm doing these tastings, our tastings are going to be a little different. You know, my sister's a chef. I might have Chef DeRose have some food
Right?
there.
Shout out to her.
You know, music is a big element. You know,
Yeah.
I might have some music at some of my tastings. You know, I might get Big Bro to show up at some of my tastings. I might get Stacks to come out. But I just wanted to create a vibe, the vibe that people knew me for. And I want that to be, I like to say it's the spirit of the spirit.
Man, that is so perfect. Queen, thank you for all that you've done, you know, just in a general sense here, you know, in shaping, shifting, and like I would say, invigorating the culture. You know, we need many ambassadors like you for us collectively, because although, you know, your brand is really supporting, you know, your community, the Haitian community, your spirit and your energy supports us all.
Right.
Because I still look at you as a queen. I still look at you as my sister,
Right.
although I'm not from Haiti.
Right.
You know, like I said, how Stacks inspires me,
Right,
although
right.
I'm not from Haiti. How Clef walking out on that stage
Right.
inspired me.
Right.
So, you know, it's a lot bigger
Absolutely.
than us, right?
And you got it, because this is a universal story. You know, this is a story of resilience. You know, they try to make us different and separate. We are more alike than anything.
Yep.
And that's the thing. I always tell people, this is a Haitian rum. This is a Haitian-American rum. You know, I am Haitian and I am American. I was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But my culture is Haitian. You know, I remember growing up and being made fun of. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But look at us now. We're all the same. And this is the story that I want to put out there. So I'm happy that you feel that way. And I know that millions of other people will feel that way as well.
All right. Please let them know one more time where they can get this amazing Haitian-American rum.
Very
And
good.
how they can also connect with you.
Absolutely. First and foremost, they can find us at Instagram at Saint Sauveur 1972. The website is saintsauveur1972.com, and they can follow me at The Real MELKY JEAN on IG as well.
That's what's up. Such a pleasure having you, Queen. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you for
you.
the bottle. Shout out to my brother DJ Stacks.
Love,
it's going to be
brother.
crazy, of course, next weekend. You know what I mean? Non-stop, but all the
Non-stop.
success, man. You deserve it.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Please let people know how they can follow you as well and get more information on all the events.
On all social media handles, DJ STAKZ. That is it.
All right. And I'm sure they'll get the events there as well.
Yeah. All the events on there.
All
Miami Takeover Experience. Just, you know, click in, tap in.
That's what's up. I love you both.
We love you too,
brother.
Papa.
All right.